Peace, love, and light. Today I'd like to share an epiphany moment that occurred. So it dawned on me, right? How by studying the people that I come across in my life, and many of them are succubus entities or incubus entities. Upon me meeting these species, I realized something about myself. It's like when you meet everyone that we come across, they are a reflection of us, an aspect of us. And a lot of times we don't like to look within. Many people find it difficult looking within. Like it's very easy to point fingers at other people and blame them. And we've all been guilty of this, right? But it's very easy to point the finger and blame others, right? But to look within, many people find that challenging. And I, too, was guilty of this as well in the past. However, the truth of the matter is that when we meet people, no matter who we come across, they are a reflection of us, of some aspect of us. That is the reason why we attracted those individuals or species into our life to begin with. Now, when we meet these species, when we come across these type of species and people, well, to be honest, we are a species. And if you was to look deep into your bloodline and your blood type, you will know exactly what type of species you are. I am an incubus entity, okay? And I've come across many entities in my life, many species and insidious entities as well. And I've come across these type of species, and I realized something about myself, how I am exactly the same. Like I have those traits within myself. Now, the trick of the matter is that it's not so much of you. It's like you realizing those aspects of yourself, and then you're learning how to master yourself in those areas. Like that is a shadow aspect of me. So it is learning how to master that shadow side, knowing how to balance the shadow side, knowing how and when to summon the inner beast within. Depending on the situation at hand. You understand? Like there comes a time. It's not a time where, someone step on your toe and it's like, oh, you just like, you summon the beast and you just like go off on a person. No, it's not like that. It's situations whereas in it's a dignifying situation. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting for your dignity, your respect. It's like you choosing your battles wisely. And based on that, you know when to summon your inner beast. You feel me? All right. So I've realized some things about myself that really had me like flashing back, but had me rethinking about my past. And it's like, wow, all this time, I've been thinking that it was the other people when it was myself. Oh my God. It's like I've been thinking that it was them when in reality it was moi. It's like because I am a incubus entity, I did not know this, right? So I have this thing where when I meet people, I have this thing. First of all, when I really want someone, when I really want anyone that I've ever wanted, I got. Let's just say I got, okay? So it's like when I meet these particular, it's like every time, I apologize about that, but it's like every time I meet someone, and I want them, I'm not saying like one night stands. I probably had, I have, I've had that, but that isn't a point now. But for the record, I am celibate. I've been celibate for damn near a year now. Next month will be a year. However, like if during the past, right, when I saw something that I want, I would literally pray on it before I actually go. It's like I would lure the target to me. But I was doing this it's like, first of all, it's like I didn't even know that I was doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just thought that I saw something I wanted, and it's like, I want it. I'm going to get it. So it's like I will plot, literally plot. I will fuck with the mind, and I cause illusions, not illusion, but illusionary fantasies, and like get up in a person's head, and then they want me, so it's like they approach me. You understand what I'm saying? And wow, it's like, dang, you all don't, this is mind blowing. Wow, it is so mind blowing. So anyway, so it's like when I hunt, first of all, I don't, for me to lust after someone, that person would have to be damn near, drop dead gorgeous. And the feeling would be, technically, mutual. However, when I want someone, I'm just, I was just, breaking it down how the hunt takes place, it's like my eyes, I become completely focused on that person. I, I have these things. First of all, I would see me with that person in my mind, not knowing that I was actually, like, I was actually, wow, creating my own reality. I did not know that I was doing these things. So I would like close my eyes and I would visualize myself with that person and things, X, Y, and Z. And, you all know. But while I'm visualizing this person, that person is thinking of me. And he's pretty much having those same thoughts. So that person would get, excited or whatnot. And, that person will reach out or, it's like, wow. Or, it just, that person will get lured in. It's like that person feel lured in. That's what it is. It's like I lured them in, then I latch on to the, to the target, and, I make them move. Okay, that's that. Now, when it comes to crimes, let's talk about this. When I was younger, I was very crafty. I was very crafty. I had a way. Yeah, I had a way. See, when it came to, first of all, I grew up in poverty, so we never had much, right? Although I grew up in poverty, I'm one of the most wealthiest women on this planet. But I grew up in poverty, and my wealth is being withheld, okay? So I grew up in poverty so that I can understand the life from another's perspective. Because if I would have grown up, having everything, I wouldn't have appreciated it. And let's say, that has already that situation already occurred. So a part of my karmic debt was this as well, within, which played out with me being adopted, and it That's the higher perspective of the divine, not what they thought that they had going on. Okay, that was the divine's plan. So, okay, where was I? Wow. Um, yeah, so when I was younger, right, I didn't have much. And I had this thing where when I wanted something, I went out and I got it. You see, I was very, I always, I had this innocence about me. I looked innocent. So people wouldn't have never suspected theft, to be exact. Until I began to actually get caught. Like, I got caught like 3 good times in my lifetime. Well, a total of 5 times I got caught. Oh, no. All right, probably 10. No more than 10. So, anywho, each time I learned something different when I get caught, like what not to do next time, but I never stopped. That was my ass. Man, I was so crafty. Okay, so my parents had, my step parents used to sell these products for, these detox products. All right. So what I used to do, I used to go around. I grew up in a village within the Hebrew Israelite community located in Dimona, Israel, which is southern of Israel. So anyway, um, I grew up with okay. So within a community, right? I don't know why I'm just repeating myself, but awkward. But within a community, there were many houses. There was a village, right? There were many houses. And I began to study my targets. It's like I would pretend as if I'm selling, and I know that they don't want anything, but it's like I'm really just like studying them, what they're doing, their next move, things as such. So I'll study my target. I'll follow them. I never wrote anything down. I always kept everything in my head. If I would have wrote it down, I would have got caught because I had absolutely no type of privacy. Growing up with those two narcissists, pedophiles, pedophilic narcissists. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just made it a word. So I used to really study my targets. I will follow them. I will know what time they're home, what time they aren't. When they aren't home, that's when I go and, I say, hello, I'm here. I'll tell them I'm there to send them the detox products. And no one would answer, so I know it's clear. And then I'll go into the room. And my plan B was if I got caught, I was going to I was going to tell them that I was leaving them the detox product in their room, you know. So I'll talk about the other, I'll talk at another time, tell you all, and at another time when I actually got caught, the times I got caught. But I was very, keen. I was very sharp. And this is the mindset of criminals. Criminals are nothing more than entities who have highly, highly gifted abilities. And it's like I also follow my intuition when I was stealing from these people. Like, my intuition played a major role. It's like I always got out right on time. Like, it was like right on time. And the times that I got caught was when my stepmother was involved, who is also Well, she wasn't intuitive, but I was binded to her due to a sexual ritual that occurred during my early childhood. So she had she had me under this mind control and whatever. So she kind of knew, but she kind of plotted to catch me, you know what I'm saying? To catch me red-handed. And man, let me tell you, I did get caught red-handed. Like I sure did. But I'll talk about that another time. Now, back to the main topic. This is the skills of the criminals. They are just species who have highly gifted abilities. If I was to use my abilities, that's why me, I first of all, I know the law. First of all, I just know the secrets of the universe too well to actually, use my abilities for ill will. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I know karma. I know what goes around comes around. I've been seeing this shit my entire life. I've been seeing people who were once on top become the very ones that rock bottom like over fucking night. I've seen this shit. You know what I'm saying? People these con artists, you know what I'm saying? They manipulate people and take money from them, and they're nothing more than entities, right? They're skilled. So they spend their lives, they spend their lives stealing from people and shit like that, conning people, and after a while, they lose everything and then they're homeless. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is a story that has repeated throughout my life. I've seen. This is what the divine wanted me to see firsthand. You need to see how life really works, how the universe works, how karma works. You need to witness this firsthand. Thus, you will reincarnate into this lifetime. You will live in poverty so that you can see this continued karmic cycle repeat itself. So that once you reach the top of the wheel of fortune, you know what to do and you know what not to do. You know the do's and you know the don'ts. And good God, have I not learned. I've seen this firsthand. Karma doesn't play. And it's facts. It is facts. So, this is, I was just explaining why I do not use my abilities for ill will. Point is, when you misuse your abilities to build a foundation of an empire, you've already lost the moment you started because that karma is going to backfire. The foundation of which you've built is on faulty foundation. So the entire empire you are unable to sustain an empire on that foundation. It's built on lies, deceit, heartbreaks of others, betraying others, mystery, theft, secrets, dark secrets. Did I say lies? Lies. Manipulation. Mind games. Narcissism. That foundation won't fucking last. Your fate is that you will live in poverty. That's your fate. When you build those type of foundations, even if you have a job and you're on the phone lying to people about products and shit like that, your destiny is poverty. Your fate is poverty. You've already made your bed. The foundation of which you thought was an empire, you made your bed to lay in, which is your karmic debt to pay. For all that you've done to reach the point of what you thought was the top or success. Nah, that isn't your fate. And that is facts. So many people have karmic debt to pay, and you all don't even know about it. That's another story for another time. So I was explaining about the con artists and how they're nothing more but highly skilled entities. Such as myself. I can do the very thing that they're doing. The very things that they're doing. So that was another trait. Let me tell you something else about us. We feed off energy. This is a story that I've told. Then it didn't dawn on me you're Enkibus. You're Enkibus. It didn't dawn on me then. But I knew that I was a beast. So I was in search to know what type of beast of which I am. And it was so obvious, like you feed off energy. Duh, you know. So I feed off energy. Energy is energy, no matter what type of energy it is. Now, the dark side of this would be narcissists. Narcissists manipulate empaths. First of all, I am an empathic incubus entity. And that's something you don't really, that's something that's very rare, But what made me an empath and not like the others is my experience. My experience of living in poverty. My experience of being taken advantage of. My experience of not knowing that I was powerful. My experience of my own power being used against me. My experience of being outcast. My experience of being a black sheep. My experience of being abandoned. My experience of being betrayed. My experience for the heartbreak that occurred constantly, time after 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 fucking motherfucking time. Life cycles after life cycles after life cycles, eons, just heartbreaks. Because I felt these things. I know what it's like to be hurt. I know what it's like to be broken. I know what it's like to be lied to. I know what it's like to be in pain. I know what it's like to cry from the core of your soul. I know what it is like. Thus, on a very deep emotional level, I feel the pain of others. And because I experienced that, I have sympathy towards them and their situations. This explains why I've been on a journey of giving back to humanity, of being a service to humanity. This explains why I've stepped into my autonomy and stepped into my life purpose, which is to be a service to humanity, to share love and light, to lift, to raise the vibration of humanity, to lift the awareness of humanity, to help heal humanity. I think I said that already, but I'm going to say it goddamn again. To help heal humanity, because I just felt that shit. I'm going to say it again. To help heal humanity. I love that shit. All right, here we go. That is the reason why I am empathetic towards others. And why I could never, ever do to someone else that of which was done to me. Unless the motherfucker tries me. Then I have to retaliate. And I have to match that energy. But my energy gonna hit a bit more higher. That frequency gonna be a bit more higher, and I'm gonna beat you at your own game. That's when I deal with the narcissists who think that they can play on my empathy. Like, do you not know you dealing with that is the reason why I beat the narcissists at their own game, because I am a narcissist at nature. But my experience transformed me and helped me to transmute my shadow side and transmute my darkness into light, into understanding, into compassion, into empathy. So when I come across these entities who think they're luring me in, it's like, I be like in my head, it's like, oh, they don't even know. But it's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I smooth myself in, you know what I'm saying? Let them think they have, that they have the upper hand. And meanwhile, I'm just studying them. But by studying them, I realized I was studying myself, aspects of myself. Thus, by me discovering these aspects of myself, I've evolved that much more, that much further into self-mastery. So I don't, one moment. I'm gonna talk about my I have to talk about my magic. I'm gonna have to speak about my magic package at another time. This is something like, this is like, whew, Jesus, this is I'm telling you, it's deep. It's deep. Because it's genetic, it's genetic. It's genetic. I'll talk about it another time. Let's just say I'll have to talk about it at another time. This is going to be another topic for another time, okay? Okay, so back to what I was saying. This is why that is the reason why I do not manipulate my gifts. And when I come across those type of people, it's like I'm able to beat them at their own games, because I am like, it's like, where did you all think you all learned that from? You are the hybrid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the original up in this. You know what I'm saying? That's like the original vampires on the original oh, the series, The Originals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like they're trying to kill an original with a kitchen knife. Like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously? Like, that tickles. You know what I'm saying? It tickles. Come on now. Like, you're gonna have to come harder than that, you know? But yeah. So it's like, yeah, so when so that is why I'm able to be the narcissist at their own game, because I am it is my nature. It is my nature. And sometimes, I do dabble into those energies. And I dabble into those energies when I'm dealing with, people such as myself, or the people who don't have good intentions. I dabble into those energies. But I definitely have an outlet, and I realize that I can have my outlet on the hybrids, on the wicked hybrids who try to manipulate me, not knowing who the fuck I am. And I have a blast. I have a blast. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like they be looking at me, right? And I look all innocent and cute, and it's like I look vulnerable, innocent, and nonchalant. Don't know, little girl don't know anything, and it's like they look at me as easy prey, right? Meanwhile, I look at them as easy kill. Now, that does not mean, physically, but it means like sometimes we need an outlet, and we go through shit in life, right? I am a beast by I am a beast by nature, by genetics. So I'm going to experience, time of rage and things like that, and I need to get it out. But I don't get it out on them physically. It's a spiritual warfare, and I love that shit. It's a slow death. It's a slow roast, motherfuckers. Throw some gasoline up on that bitch. Yes. It's a slow roast, and I love it. I like to sit and watch them bleed too when I'm done. Spiritually, not physically. Y'all chill out. And I'm talking about the wicked entities. These are the ones who prey on women. These are the ones who prey on the innocent. These are the ones who prey on empaths. These are the ones who are rapists, child molesters. These are the entities I come across to pretty much end spiritually. Fuck they shit up. And then when I'm done, I curse them. Yeah. And I walk away laughing. You can't do nothing to me. I don't even walk away. I skip away like a little girl. All that be missing is my fucking teddy bear. Like, give me my shit. Give me a fucking teddy bear. And it's on. I do the walk of the little girl. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm gonna come up with my own dance, the walk of the little girl. That's that little cute walk you walk away after you kill him. You know how they in the movies? Oh my god! Imagine this. In the movies, there's this little cute little girl, right? And man lure her in. She kills him, right? And she skips off with her little teddy bear. Like nothing happened. Whistling, Oh my god. Okay, that's wicked as fuck. That's that dark side. Hey. Okay. So anyway, so this is a spiritual warfare, okay? It's a spiritual warfare. I was speaking metaphysics. I said metaphysics. Wow. Hypothetically, not even hypothetically speaking, but I was just giving a visual, for what I was saying. That was, spiritual warfare. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I feed off energy. I really discovered that when I didn't, when my income was imbalanced, and I really wasn't, I didn't have proper finances to provide food and food for myself. I learned that I was feeding off energy. And during the time, it was a lot that was taking place in my life, where the people that I was dealing with Well, not the people that I was dealing with, but there was a lot that was taking place in my life around me. And I fed off that energy. I sure the fuck did. The gossip, name slandering. That was breakfast, lunch, and motherfucking dinner. See, the energy was negative. But because I am a beast, I'm an incubus, it is in my nature to alchemy energy, to transmute energy. So no matter what type of energy that is thrown at me, I'm able to transmute that energy. This explains why the dark magic and things as such that they were using against me, it's like it really did not work when you think about it. It did not work. It's like they would throw the magic at me, but it's like they were throwing myself at me. You know what I'm saying? I am of darkness. Okay? Starseed from the planet Saturn, 666, Lucifer. Hello. Knock, knock. Anyone's there? Hello. Hello. Type of shit. So they was using dark magic, and I am of darkness, like my own fucking magic against me. So each time that they use it against me, it would slow me down, and then after a while, it no longer affects me. Because each time that magic was used against me, it made me stronger because I transmuted the magic into power and I fed off of that magic. And when I fed off of that magic, I'll get a new boost and a new rage to go after everything that I deserve. And that's how I've been able to defeat the opponent time after 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 time. What time is it? After time and after time. That's like trying to put fire out with fire. Do you know how silly that looks? Do you know how dumb you look? How idiotic you look trying to put out a fire using fire, or worse, gasoline. This is what they never wanted me to know, who I truly was. Because if I knew who I was, that means I knew that I was much more powerful than them. And I would have known that the power that they were using against me was the power of Lucifer, Saturn, the divine spirit of life. 666, Ra. And I am Sekhmet, the daughter of Ra. What are we talking about? They never wanted me to know who I was. Because they never wanted me to know how powerful I am. And most importantly, they never wanted me to know why my yoni is so fucking magical that it can also cause illusions. This has transpired with the women throughout my royal bloodline. And this is why my ancestors insisted. This is why I just don't just give myself to anyone, because I know this is power. This is magic. This is worth millions. What the fuck? This is make a fucking wish. Rub that fucking genie and make a fucking wish. This is that shit. But most importantly, it is healing. It heals. How fucking profound is that? I know, a lot of people say, oh, yeah, my yoni heal. Yeah, no, this is magical healing, baby. First thing, everything about moi is magical. My hands, let's not even talk about that. I have cured myself of an STD, HIV, by drinking Royal Cosmic Channel waters, which is a form of liquid Reiki where I channel cosmic magical energies into the water. These energy cures all type of sickness, diseases, illnesses, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, heart problems, asthma, you name it. Tumors, you name it. But I'm going to go ahead and stop here because I think I just said too much. That's another story for another time. That is the reason why I was trafficked as a child. Is because my yoni was very magical. This is the reason why they trafficked me as a child. And why they fucked with my babies and fucking with my babies. So I'm going to stop here. Because I just really just took me out of energy. I'm going to stop here. All right. Peace, love, and light be unto you all. And until next time, Ashe.